Here we go. We got a Nostrovini. We got all our Nostrovinis about the post all in a row. Yes, indeed, do. We do. Make and repair silence. Now, this woman, which is all for the women's lib and her soccer game, is for transgender men to be doing the soccer with the regular ladies having the advantage. But also, as a great feminist, she's not going out of her way to help the poor Iranian girls who don't want to wear the headdress and didn't salute the flag of the Ayatollah. Well, she is selective feminism. I call it left-wing feminism. I call it a peace. Well, I don't know. The woman's not nice. She's not a good girl. Wrong guess, maybe. Yeah. Oh, Bobby had a guest in his house who who's Mandela's ally, who actually was part of the student movement that said for the River Sea and was here illegally. And he had the guy over his house to have a dinner with his wife, who also hates Jews. So they must have had a whole big Holocaust happiness. They must, yeah. I mean, come on. And also they want to get rid of doggies. Now that's gonna draw the line with the doggy people in the city. They say dogs are unclean. You know, when you go after means best friends, whether you throw them out of your house and call them unclean, you bastards. But sometimes karma comes and gets somebody. I'm very against burning the flag, especially when it's not your flag of your country and you come in and burn the American flag, whether you're American citizens or not. The karma got to one of these guys. A guy was in front of the FBI or some demonstrating against the country, and he caught fire. Sometimes God has good aim. Yeah, karma is blazing. So the man has third-degree burns off of burning the flag. Very good. Jail, what's this? Jeff, jail time to drill. I don't know what I wrote. I don't know why I wrote it. Jeff Jill drill do. Well, we're drilling. Maybe it's because we're drilling now for oil. We're fracking, my friend. And when we frack, everything's fine. We get self-sufficient in terms of our uh in terms of the oil. And these environmentalists, they won't let us frack, they won't let us open new oil fields. We have all the oil we need through fracking. It's not going to hurt the environment, maybe a little bit, but the environment can take it. Mother Earth has been around a long time. It's very durable. Now, a member of KISS, the old rock group from my youth, says that these commies and leftists and entertainers should just stop preaching and start shutting their mouth and just performing instead of getting all I political. Because they're not worth being political. They may be intelligent people, but it's a very distorted intelligence. They haven't come up the regular way. They're not, plumbers or a man who works in air conditioner refrigeration that has common sense or owns a small business. These are rich bastards who, through their talents and their eccentricities, are made well. We don't even know. Another place is going to be liberated is Viva Cuba Libra. Yeah, it's cut off. We cut them off from their gas, their oil, and everything else, and then the system's going to collapse, and it's going to go the way of Venezuela. They'll put up a little bit of a fight, but look, they just basically need and the people there will suffer a little bit. It'll be worthwhile to have that place, that gem, that jewel of the Caribbean, restored to its former glories. Something's very, dangerous. A cat, then, on general eyes is being looked for. He disappeared. He was the expert on the UFOs. Maybe the aliens got him. Maybe he's getting anally probed right now for knowing too much. I don't know. Oh, no, high disability rise. This is incredible. You know what happened? A lot of people are saying that disability in college, so they're getting out of really studying hard. But you can't do that once you're out in the real world, this ability rise. Your disability, though, right? Your disability, you're lazy, you bastards. Gay sex, betrayal. This is all with Liza Minnelli. How she, she's a wreck now. And thanks to people like Martin Scorsese, who did it wrong. He could handle the drugs, she couldn't handle the drugs. Plus, one of her husbands, she discovered him having gay sex in the bed, and that devastated her. Oh my God, she's a beautiful woman, but that put her down a road of her mother did. But now she's a little tough. She lasted. She's still alive. Ah, the house is on. What the hell is going on here with this Muslim Marxist mayor? Oy, 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 who wants to kill all the Jews. And I'm not Jewish, but I feel for them. People they're being undermined by with Soros, and that's a strange thing. A lot of these people are being subsidized. Soros was Jewish. Man, is he a self-hating Jew, or just he just crazy power man? Why did he want to destroy America? I don't know. Battle for face of the true oppressors. Yeah, the face of the true oppressors are are actually Iranians of the Ayatollah persuasion. Yes, they are bad people. Oh no, they're not good people at all. Yeah, but the Iranians, or as I like to demarcate this by claiming Persians, that most of the people want to overthrow the yoke of oppression of the former government. All we have to do is arm them and have some special forces help them out, and they'll rout these rascals. Saving grace. A brave soldier, a brave policeman jumped over a gate to stop these ISIS terrorist kids. The kids, they're grown men, 18, 17. They came cross country. They were, and they had their fathers and mothers. They showed their apartments. It was beautiful. They lived the American dream, yet they turned to ISIS. They turned to evil. They have to be punished by the full extent of the law. They were going to have a metal weapon that was going to injure a lot of people. The goal was to kill people. Uh, we can't be nice to them no more. Pill for the ages. They got a pill that could make you younger. They got one that can make you skinnier, and one that'll do the exercise for you. What are we gonna do? How are we gonna go to the gym? How are we gonna lose weight? Oh my God! And we're gonna live forever? We get bored. Yoga got pervy with girl. A yoga instructor got pervy with girl. They always get him in weird positions. Yeah, and he got him in a real position. And Yogi, you don't really you expect yogis to do that, but he did it nonetheless. Oh, Lennon get it by one. Lennon get. Oh, Yoko Ono said that probably John Lennon was gay because uh, he seemed to have less interest in her, while the Paul McCartney said no, 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 no. He was straight as hell. He never went out with girls when we were in the Beatles. Maybe if I had just Yoko Ono to deal with, maybe I would go gay. I don't think so. I'm a very straight person. The image busted, shoved me. An immigrant that a foreigner, a native, has been shoving people in front of trains. He got busted finally for the things he was doing. Yeah, the red apples. Ozzy's dinner invite. Uh, it's insane. The man is an anti-Semite and a communist. It's a boot. Is Gotham insanity? They wet this squatter who was in the squat bus. He got ordered out of his apartment. He got arrested because he destroyed he's been terrorizing the whole place in a squatter's way. There should be no squatter's rights. That's an invasion of a home. You should, be out in the street. Maybe we'll host. I don't know what that mayor's host. Mayor's some host. What a bastard. Ay, ay, ay. You know what? I'm going to tell you something. The the Kiss off lefties. That's what the guy said from being Kiss, that they should just do their duty and entertain and shut their mouths because they're not experts in anything but being rich. Why Chad told me, Oh, the Y chat told people bad things. You gotta watch it because it could lead you down the bad road. I don't know. Yeah, reality is biting Doggy in the butt, because he can't even satisfy things or get his agenda done because his agenda is silly. He wants to basically he wants all the rich people to stay in the city, pay everything, and then and Albany would go along with it. Well, if he does that, then all the rich people are going to run out of the city, and not only that, then his he'll go to the middle class and the working class. But then he's actually raising taxes here, and he has to support his foreigner invader Muslim constituency. What, a bunch of Somalians there? Oh, no, there's a lot of Somalian tea. Muskie versus the EU. They're trying to make it a dictatorship. Musk can't say the truth. The truth is out there. But the EU is becoming more and more Soviet style, but a hippie version. They have fallen on hard times. Hateful people. They're making the native Europeans, they're putting the iron boot on them, not letting them celebrate and be proud of their heritage. But the Muslims and the new arrivals can have all kinds of flags and have all kinds of identity stuff because they want to. This is the final invasion, but they're going to be fooled because the English, they won't get conquered easy. They're starting to overthrow the terrible country. Had her cake and beat it too. Had her cake and beat. That's about the diets where you can eat all the cake you want and like you gain weight. It's the new Azovik. This is gonna be a really world. Pink. I thought she was a lesbian, quite honestly. She's kind of an attractive lesbian, but she's married, but they're saying she might get unmarried. And she has two kids. What do you know? I didn't know that much about her. I know a singing is good, but I thought she was gay. Wouldn't be surprised if she ballied both sides of the street. Deviant brothers are guilty. You know what they did? They were taking people in their houses and they were rich and they were doing the nasty with them and enslaving women because they were multi-rich, like something out of a bad movie. And I think they were twin brothers, twins of evil. But now they were found guilty and they're going to go to jail for a long time. And then they'll see who's who because they won't be too popular there. Well, maybe in a way they will be popular. Oh, what's going on here? Ukraine bustles. Ukraine is helping us out with drones in the fight. This World War III has begun, and Ukraine is on our side. And Ukraine has done something I didn't think the Ukrainians could do. I didn't think they could fight off the Ruskies. I thought there would be too much Russians, but they've inflicted such casualties and they're winning. I just hope they win because they're brave people and they deserve to win. Sometimes the government is all corrupt. Oh, but look at us, the pot calling the tea kettle back. Our government can be, but the average Ukrainian, what a people. Beautiful women and fierce men. What's new and old? Yeah. Oh no. Dark day blaze, greenhouses. Oh, what they trying to do? They have ABBA coming in as a hologram. It's pretty soon they won't have live concerts. They'll have holograms from the dead. Elvis and everybody. And oh my goodness me. And what's going to happen in the regular style people? I want to tell you what's new is old and old is new. Oh, I'm getting tired. Gracie pills for the ages. They got grace pills for the ages to keep you immortal. Oh, I want to be immortal. Oh, but handsome, yeah, that's the idea. Oh, the adults covered spike, COVID spike. All a lot of our problems have to do with COVID and the putting the mask over the people when we really didn't need to do it, but the liberals wanted to do it. Oh, because they have a death wish for the country. And they want us to be like Canada. You know how many assisted suicides they had in Canada? 100,000. They're encouraging suicide. Just going to be held to pay for that stuff. No, the terrorist boys who threw that a bomb, they were raised in comfort. America gave them all, but you couldn't satisfy them. Not because of some general thing with Muslims. These kids were lunatics. What are we gonna do? The explosives giving the finger. They gave the finger to the Americans, to and it's like, so white blames white prominent supremacists. There's no such thing as white supremacists. It doesn't exist. Ku Klux Klan is dead in the ground. What they call white supremacists is just people sticking up for their own culture and their own person. That's what they call oh, yeah, yeah. He invites color. I wish karma would come down on Khalib. Kate blames both. Yeah, Kate blames both. She blames both the white protesters who were peacefully nonviolent, no offensively towards the Muslim religion, but they weren't getting violent and throwing bombs with each other. Ride the red safe. Huh. Trump wants to gloat, and well, he should. This has been the most amazing campaign since forever. We've lost eight brave men, but the Iranians have lost God knows how many hundreds of thousands at this point. The battle is on. And soon we'll launch some ground troops and we'll, with the Iranian people, the good people of Iran, or the Persians like to say, and the royalists will overthrow and mop up the floor with the bad Iranians. For to gloat Trump, vagabond parrots. There was a parrot they ran away from home. He was up in the sky in the countryside, but we took him to a place where he could thrive because he was with a bunch of robins. They had taken him in and treated him as own, but he's not a robin. I don't think he could fly in that distance to get out of the cold, so they sent him to a place. Vagabond parrots. Wellman swears. A lot of these liberals, they're swearing. They get the party lines to swear and say the F-U-C-K word. It's terrible. We don't need them swearing. You use your mind. Swearing is bad. And the women are getting out of control. You know how a woman was open fire in Rihanna's apartment. It was a good-looking woman with an AK-47. What is she doing? What is Rihanna doing? What the hell is going on? They're gonna have hip hop wars and shootouts between female singers and male singers? Females against females, a catch fight? I don't. Woman swears, blood, holy cow, Rodrina. Don's wrapping up. Yeah, he's wrapping up this campaign, but he'll take a few weeks to knock him down. Yeah, cracker warning, Graham's warning. Cracker, oh, I love Kennedy. Senator Kennedy knows what to do. He goes after these bums. Ukraine sends drones to help us out in our war with the Iranians. Thank God. And Trump, that's the type of thing Trump remembers. Putin goodbye. Trump, when he goes after you, he's going to cut off your supplies. He's going to cut off the amount of support you get from China, and you're not going to be able to sell your gas no more. So you won't have the money to pay for your war machine, and the economy will collapse, and that'll be the end of you. And you'll probably end up somewhere where a lot of your opponents have ended up in the ground. Soccer team play. The soccer team from Iran. They in trouble because the thing is, you say, well, just don't go back, but then they have their families there. See? Oh my God, fat, wet, cry to nepo baby. Yeah, fat. The I know why I told her is a nepo baby. It's a nepotism, but Who wants to have an examination of the nepotisms when you could be dead? And because Don Trump is going to go boom, 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 boom on you until he gets somebody who's more economical, not this fanatical, impotent bastard. No sent to sleeper cell. The sleeper cells are in business now. We got to worry. But with Biden letting half of the sleeper cells in, who knows what we have in our hands? Oh, this is terrible. Floyd files support. Flad files support. So, Iran? Venezuela? Venezuela's gone. And Cuba, ha ha ha. Hard to Tim. And Tim, the Minnesota madman, he's out of business. They show he couldn't even run his own state. Yeah, Havana cover-up. They're talking about the secret weapon that gives our men in embassies, they got sick because they aimed this weapon or the siege drop thing that did damage to people. We'll find out who did it and who was behind it. Text them Tarantino. Tarantino is one of those radical things I've ever heard. He called God transgender. He thinks God's all for abortion. He's pro-abortion, God. Oh yeah. I'm not saying that God doesn't have a little soft part in his heart for women who've been raped or something like that. Of course he does. He's a good guy. But at the same time, he doesn't make my body to myself. If you got a little passions there, and unless it was by incest or rape, we're part of the situation there. You just were careless. Yep, careless ninnies. Okay. Let me see, is this good here? Okay, there we go. I'm gonna set this side down. I need to rest. Goodbye.